Episode 2. Mastering Your Mind, the First Step to the Zone. Welcome back to Episode 2 of Journey to the Zone, Secrets of a Successful Trader, on the V-Invest channel. I'm excited to reconnect with you on this journey, where we're exploring the mindset and art of trading, not just to survive the financial markets, but to truly conquer them. If you listened to Episode 1, you know that V-Invest isn't just about tossing out techniques or strategies. It's about diving deep into what truly drives success, your mind. Today, we're stepping into Chapter 1 of Mark Douglas's timeless book, Trading in the Zone, where it all begins, understanding why technical skills alone aren't enough and laying the groundwork to reach what I call the zone. Buckle up for a long, detailed, and inspiring conversation. We won't just cover theory. I'll walk you through real stories, painful failures, and the costly lessons I've learned along the way. This episode is meant to shift how you view trading, how you tackle the markets, and most importantly, how you take control of yourself. Let's dive in. Picture this. You're parked in front of your computer, staring at a price chart with its wild curves and non-stop green and red candlesticks. You've done your homework, drawn support lines, checked the RSI, and you're feeling good about nailing a winning trade. You hit buy, your pulse picks up, and you wait, but minutes later, the price turns against you. Doubt creeps in. Did you miss something? It keeps sliding, and fear starts to settle in your gut. Cut your loss now? Or hold on, hoping it'll bounce back? You finally cut it, and bam, the price rockets up, leaving you with regret and a sinking feeling. Ever been there? I have. Way too many times in my early trading days. I used to think mastering technicals, chart analysis, news tracking, would make me a market wizard. But reality hit me like a freight train. I learned that trading isn't just about skills or know-how. It's about handling uncertainty, taming your emotions, and sticking to discipline when the plan goes sideways. That's exactly what Mark Douglas unpacks in Chapter 1 of Trading in the Zone. This isn't just an opener. It's the foundation for the whole book. Douglas introduces the zone and asks a big question. What really makes a trader successful? To tackle that, we'll dig into 3 key points I pulled from Chapter 1. Why technicals aren't the whole game. The mental traps traders stumble into. And how to start building a mindset to hit the zone. I'll mix his ideas with my own journey so you can see not just the theory, but how it plays out in real trading life. Let's start with the zone, the heart of what Douglas kicks off with. The zone isn't some destination you reach by stacking up indicators or crafting a flawless strategy. It's a state of mind. A way of thinking and feeling where you trade with unshakable confidence, ironclad discipline, and total calm. In the zone, losses don't rattle you, big wins don't fuel greed, and short-term market chaos doesn't shake your plan. You zero in on doing what's needed, guided by your system, with emotions locked out of the driver's seat. Sounds dreamy, right? I thought so when I first read it. But getting there starts with a hard truth. Trading isn't like a regular gig with set steps or a boss pointing the way. You're the captain, and the market's a massive ocean full of rogue waves. You might have a solid ship, your skills and knowledge, but if you can't steer your mind, you'll capsize in an emotional storm. I'll take you back to my newbie days. I figured that piling on technical know-how, chart reading, moving averages, financial reports, would make profits a breeze. I'd grind for hours, watching videos, studying books, testing every trick from sunrise to sunset. I'd draw support and resistance, check RSI and MACD, even log every news drop to cover all bases. I was convinced I was ready to crush it, but it didn't pan out. I started with a small account, and that first week, loss after loss. Some days I'd snag a profit and feel like a rock star, only to blow it with hasty moves. I'd wonder, what am I screwing up? Is my strategy trash? I'd double-check charts, tweak indicators, even ditch strategies entirely. Still no dice. One time, I went all in on fundamentals. I spent a week dissecting a listed company. Financials, revenue, profits, industry buzz. I was dead sure the stock would climb in a month. So I bought big. Guess what? It didn't rise. It crashed that first week. Panic set in. What do? I was right long-term, it did climb months later. But short-term swings crushed me. And I cut a hefty loss. So, I flipped to technicals, thinking sharper chart skills would save me. I learned patterns, head and shoulders, cup and handle, and spent hours plotting levels. Once, I saw a textbook bullish setup on gold. I bought, brimming with confidence for a big score. Then a surprise Fed statement tanked gold. And I ate another loss. No matter how good my technicals got, stuff I couldn't control kept knocking me out. I was at a dead end. I tried it all. Fundamentals, technicals, but my results were a roller coaster. If technique isn't the key, what is? I wondered. That's when Chapter 1 of Trading in the Zone flipped the script. Douglas showed me technicals are just a slice of it. To win, you need a mindset that faces market chaos without emotions hijacking you. A huge takeaway from Chapter 1? The market doesn't give a damn about you. Not how long you've analyzed, how slick your skills are, or how desperate you are for cash. It runs its own show. The only thing you control is your reaction. When that sank in, I felt crushed yet freed. Crushed I couldn't run the game. Freed I didn't have to. I just had to run myself. Here's another story to paint the picture. I traded futures on the stock exchange once. Prepped to the nines with chart analysis. Stop loss. Risk math. I bought, oozing confidence I'd aced it. Then a grim economic report hit. And the market nosedived. I watched my account bleed. Panic bubbling up. I've got to act, I thought. Hunting excuses to hold. Betting on a rebound. It kept dropping. And I cut a brutal loss. The twist? Right after I bailed, it spiked back. Exactly as I'd called it. Regret hit hard. If I'd held on, I'd be in the green. But looking back, the real screw-up wasn't timing. It was letting fear call the shots. I didn't have the mental chops for market uncertainty. Emotions ruled, not my plan. Douglas labels this a top mental trap, fear of loss. When you dread losing cash, you make dumb moves, cutting too early or clinging too long with pipe dreams. I've been both guy plenty. Some days, I'd ditch trades at the first dip, then watch them recover. Others, I'd grip losing trades, begging the market for mercy, only to lose bigger. Then there's greed. A big win fires you up, and you chase more. I once doubled my account in a week. Felt untouchable, like I'd cracked the code. I cranked up sizes, ditched my plan, and dove into trades half-cocked. 2 days later, all that profit, gone. Greed pushed me too far. Another trap I know too well, revenge trading. Chasing losses to settle the score. After a losing streak, I'd get pissed and swear to get it back. I'd ramp up sizes, toss risk rules, and charge the market to reclaim my losses. Predictable ending. More red. And failure hit harder. Once, I almost quit trading. The pressure was crushing. But Chapter 1 dropped a truth bomb. Losses are unavoidable in trading. Nobody wins every trade, not even the pros. Accepting that chilled me out. Losses stopped being personal flops. Just part of the gig. I focused on sticking to my plan, not nailing every call. And bit by bit, things got better. Douglas says reaching the zone means rewiring your mind in 3 ways. 1. Accept risk. Every trade can bomb, and that's not about you. It took me forever to get this. Losses used to feel like I was dumb or not good enough. Now, they're just business expenses, like rent for a shop. 2. Focus on process. Don't sweat single trade results. Nail your plan consistently. I started journaling. Not for profit tallies, but to check if I stuck to my system. It cut stress and kept me grounded. 3. Build discipline. Hardest for me. I'd ditch plans when cocky or scared. Over time, I learned discipline breeds consistency. I set rules. No trading off balance. No risking over 2%. I stuck to them. Here's how I put it to work. After Chapter 1, I quit predicting and built a simple system. Trade clear chart signals. Always set stops. Cap risk at 1%. I still lost early on. But no panic. I knew sticking it out would pay off. Take this Forex trade on Euro USD. I saw a buy signal in a price pattern. Entered confidently. Price dropped. Old me would have freaked. New me checked my plan. Stop was solid. 1% loss was no biggie. It hit my stop. I lost. But I was cool. Logged it. Moved on. 2 days later, another trade tripled that loss in profit. I was edging toward the zone. The path to the zone isn't straight. You'll hit losing streaks, wild markets, self-doubt. Don't quit. Every stumble's a lesson pushing you closer to trading with total calm and confidence. Another example. I traded stocks a ton. Built a system mixing technicals and fundamentals. Sure, it'd rake in steady cash. Then a rotten week. 5 losses straight. I doubted it all. Was it bunk? I almost scrapped it. But my journal showed the truth. I'd lost by breaking rules. Upping sizes to recover. Skipping stops. I doubled down on discipline. Cut sizes. Locked in stops. Swore to stick to the plan no matter what. Weeks steadied out. No instant jackpot. But no big bleeds. Progress wasn't cash. It was mind control. Douglas says, the zone isn't a one and done deal. It's a state you slip in and out of, based on how you hold your mindset. Some days, I'm there, trading with killer calm. Others, emotions sneak in, rules break, and I reset. I keep pushing, and you can too. Here's how to start. Straight from my playbook post chapter 1. 1. Write your plan. Nail down how you'll trade. Entry signals, stops, targets. Put it on paper. Keep it visible daily. 2. Journal trades. Log why you entered, the result, how you felt. Spot mental slip-ups and fix them. 3. Embrace losses. See each hit as part of the ride, not a personal bust. I tell myself, it's one trade, not my whole gig. I know this episode's a haul, but I wanted you to get the full scoop on what Chapter 1 of Trading in the Zone brings. Trading takes patience and grit. I hope this nudges you forward. We've hit the zone. Why technicals fall short, common mind traps, and how to build a winning mindset. Next up in episode 3, we'll tackle thinking in probabilities, a big step in owning trading psychology. You'll learn to see trading as a game of odds and turn that into lasting profits. Thanks for sticking with episode 2. If this hit home, subscribe to V Invest and tap the bell for more. I'd love your take. What mental traps have you hit in trading? Email me or drop it in the comments. Wishing you continued success in your trading career. And see you again in episode 3 of this podcast.